Hi, it's Bernie Gobach. You've caught up with me in my back garden, not on the beach of Spain's east coast. This image, shot by photographer Lucia Herrero, claims to put tribes in place. In this case, focuses on traditional sun worshippers. If you're Jackie Daniki and you're thinking about going up to Spain on your holidays, look what you're into. I used to walk the shores of the east Spanish coast. Today I'm going to walk you through some papers. If you're listening to me, you're probably hearing me on audioboo.fm/topgold. If you're reading me, you're on www.insideview.ie. If you're watching this, you're probably on YouTube. Topgold's the Nick on Twitter as well. Lots of stuff about the dress, the wedding, and Irish rugby. Inside the paper, though, I'll just deal with some stuff that catches my eye, like Facebook traffic. Sandra O'Connell writes a story in the small business section of the Sunday Times and says, if green air is anything to go by, Facebook represents the end of traditional websites because, as so many people say, businesses can't afford social media, can't afford to ignore social media anymore. That's how people use the internet. You might run off to the social media awards in Ireland and discover that. Amazing when I think about the reach of Facebook, Twitter, and social things such as Flickr. The web never forgets, writes Mark Tighe in the Sunday Times. And it's a big story, a focus story, a full-page story about the right of privacy, the right to forget, the right to erase yourself off the map. Data Protection Commission in Ireland receives more than 100 requests per year from people who want to get stories of their past removed from online. Where I work in Tipperary Institute, soon to become LIT, we tell people about that, how to lose themselves online. In China, there's a lot of IP that might be going missing. Michael Sheridan writes a business story about something that many people have long suspected, that there are state interests in China that are pushing state-level involvement towards Siju Zhengan. I said that wrong, but it's basically a protectionist plan that has the state looking for ways of claiming technology once technological contracts have been signed and won and executed. They give an example of in Siemens, when it came time to order some more trains, the 4.1 billion euro contract went to the local indigenous firm, and 699 million of supplying components went to the Germans. There's some concern at the Chambers of Commerce level about these Chinese contracts and about how protectionism is woven into state policy. Something you won't find over there is the R8 Audi. I'm looking at it in the Sunday Times in gear section. I mean, if you got 300,000 euro, maybe that's how you got to spend it. Get yourself below 4 seconds on a 0 to 60. Or, much cheaper, grab Sony's S1 or S2. Matt Bingham's got a story, a technologically interesting story for me, about one Android-powered tablet you can hold with two hands, two different screens, two different things pushing through them, or the S1, which with 9.4 inches of the screen, thicker at the top, makes it easier to hold and lighter weight maybe than the iPad. Sunday Business Post, front page story about something that we really can't afford anymore. John Burke, the public affairs correspondent, writes about the severance packages that barristers who were working for the Moriarty Tribunal are entitled to receive. They're worth more than 170,000 euro. So basically, if you work for a while for the state, hey, you get a payoff not to work anymore. I X'd out this, Jack O'Connor's meanderings about let's make the high earners pay more as a levy, subsidizing the low end welfare benefits that are out there. It's a stupid. It'll never happen. National debt levels are set to be 111% this year. Cliff Taylor says departmental figures from inside the Ministry for Finance shows by 2015 more than 20% of the total tax revenue will just be paying the interest on the national debt. I'm outside my garden, so some of those VAT receipts on fuel should go a long way. But people are watching how much they run on the road today. Competition for mobile internet startups is heating up. Innovation topic for me. And if you're watching this, guys at Caldwell Technology, this is Vodafone's Mobile Clicks 2011. Entrants that have a mobile site service or app. And the prize fund is 225,000 euro. Lots of money. Lots of ideas about how to get your identity stolen from Adrian Weckler. It's a good rewarming of stuff that's essential to know. We must go back to land, says Matt Williams. David Mac Williams. David McWilliams says in a sustainability item that there's so many more mouths to feed. So he says, you know what? Every year the population of Germany enters the world as new kids, and like the Chinese and the Indians in the middle of that rise are changing their diets, and they want meat and dairy products more than ever before, which means that, well, which means a lot more for farming implements, lots of diesel, fertilizer, and as McWilliams says, it's like eating fossil fuels. So his point is there's a lot of Irish land that could be put to use in the sector instead of being kept fallow by grants. Time to change your mind if you're going to go to the CAO scheme. You can keep up with what we do over on tipins.ie. There's some good programs there to be concerned with. One of them is how to be innovative with gardens, actually as rural development dimension. I'm thinking vertical. I hadn't thought about this before in terms of my back garden. You can see stuff that shows it's being used as a play space. But I like this stuff. It's a book written by California garden designers Susan Morrison and Rebecca Sweet. They're pointing out the living walls, upright structures that can hold plants vertically, popular with gardens. I'm going to probably buy the book, read the blog, blueplanetgardenblog.com. Around our back garden, there's some stuff I want to show you. We got a good run of strawberries, some new tomatoes that are starting to take root well, carrots that are blooming, and in a corner, shadowy area, I've got ferns that just love it back here. So you can kind of guess. It's a non-heated area, doesn't get a lot of sun. It's kind of doing well. Over the summer months, we'll tart that up, paint the structure, make it look really appealing, like a postcard. You can see more about what we're doing. You can go online, flickr.com, stroke photos, stroke Irish eyes. Keep up with me on Twitter, @topgold. Thanks for listening. That's your Sunday News Report from my back garden. It's Bernie Goldbach saying bye for now.